these are the results. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chez, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the most asked question that I get on this channel, which is what is my routine, my hair routine? What do I do to make it look like this? What products do I use? How do I wash it? What shampoo do I use? What conditioner do I use?
What gels, what sprays, what oils, what creams?
Today I'm going to be dropping all of my products, and I'm going to let you know step by step what I do in my wash routine and just everything that goes into making my hair look this long and beautiful, shiny. So let's get right into it. Now I'm getting in the shower and I'm trying to get my hair wet. It's gonna be taking a bit because my hair is super long, so you know, I definitely have to spend maybe a minute or two to get it fully wet. I've been using this Elvive Hydra Pure shampoo lately, and if you know me, you know that I've been using drugstore shampoos for as long as I can remember, and I'm extremely happy with them. I feel like they're doing just as good of a job as really expensive shampoos. I don't think you need to pay, you know, a lot of money for good shampoos. I'm giving my scalp a good scrub to reset it and remove excess oil and all the buildup product. And I'm doing this all upside down as I want to avoid putting any shampoo on my back. And I'm going in with the shampoo a second time. I find it so important to remove all the buildup from all the products that especially as curly girls are using. I'm making sure that I'm putting the shampoo even on my lens because I use all these products, and I find it super important to ensure that you've cleaned your lenses well to kind of reset the hair. And now, before my conditioner, I'm squeezing all the water out because I don't want the conditioner to be diluted in the water. And I'm going in with the same L'Oreal Elvive conditioner, the Hydra Pure one, and I am applying it all on my ends. I'm trying to avoid the root area altogether to not get it greasy, and then I am removing all of the conditioner out of my hair, making sure that there's no more product, squeezing the hair really well and getting all the water out before I go in. I take my microfiber towel, I put the button side all the way at my neck, and then I put my hair in. But my hair is way too long for this microfiber towel, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy a new one. And now I'm just gonna clean my body, my face, to remove all the excess shampoo and conditioner. I'm all out of the shower. I have my microfiber towel on. I put it on so that I can do my makeup, I can get dressed, and now that I'm all ready for you guys, I'm gonna show you everything that I do to get my hair looking incredibly curly, super healthy and luscious and shiny, and just, you know, the tutorial that everyone's been asking for. And I'm just super excited to show you all the products that I've been using. This is all the shedding that I have from the shower. It's not as much because I have not yet detangled my hair, and I tend not to do this in the shower. Let's take this turban off. It has a little button right here, and that is where I can, you know, attach it. I don't know if you've noticed, but my hair turban is quite small for my hair. So let's see the state of my hair right now. How is it looking? All right, not too shabby. This is what we're working with today, okay? It is very tangled. You can't see it right now, but what I do is I just wash my hair without tangling it in the shower, right? So when I'm ready to style it, I'm also ready to detangle it and take all these knots out. Oh, it smells so nice. I don't know if you can see the whole hair. Can you see the whole hair? This is the whole hair. This is what we have to deal with. This is quite a lot of hair. It might not look like it because it's wet, but this is what we have to work with. Okay, so now the first thing that I do is to re-wet my hair because, as you can see, it's already drying, which means my hair is very high porosity. If it dries really quickly, definitely the strands around my face are the most porous. As you can see, they're the ones that like dry the quickest. And now it's time for us to detangle. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using this water bottle to spray my hair and get it to be wet again. Right now is literally drying so quickly because there's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to style my hair with damp or dry hair. This is not how you want your hair to be looking like if you want to have really nice looking defined curls. So let's get this baby going. This is very cheap, you guys. It literally says the price right here. I paid $2.49 from a Beauty Queen Cosmetics shop. I know that they also sell this bottle that gives out a mist so you don't have to press each time. I do want to purchase one of those, but for now we're just gonna be, you know, we're just gonna have to work with what we got. So you gotta make sure that the whole hair is super wet, you guys. Even the fronts, make sure the fronts are wet. Do you see how much hair is still falling out? 6 strands of hair, but because my hair is so long, it's gonna be looking like a lot more. So let's just add it to our little bowl so that I show you at the end how much hair I actually lost. I have been using so many products since I was little. I've tried so many types of products in my hair, so many types of mousses, gels, creams, oils, sprays, everything you can imagine I have tried. And what I realized that is best for my hair is to just use a gel with protein in it. I have been obsessed with this product lately, and by lately I mean for the past 3 years. I've been using this Only Curls product, Only Curls Enhancing Curl Gel with avocado and coconut oil.
This video is not sponsored. I've been buying this gel myself for the past 3 years and I absolutely love it. I did manage to get a discount for you guys. It is £5 off of the entire order if you use the link in the description or the code Cezara at checkout.
And this is the fragrance-free version that they have. My skin is quite sensitive to fragrance. I really like that Only Curls has this range of products that are fragrance free. It is a lighter hold, which I prefer for my hair type, because when my hair is very long, it gets weighted down quite easily because it is thick and heavy and it just, you know, stretches out, and I still like to have some bounce in my curls, so I will be opting for a medium to light hold gel, but I'll just be putting a lot of it on, if it makes sense. You don't want it extremely wet. Like, you can see that it is wet, but you can see that, you know, to still have a bit of volume, you can kind of keep it wet with maybe some damp pieces. The thing is, those damp pieces, if they're damp before styling, this is probably going to turn into frizz. So it really depends on how tolerant you are to having frizz in your hair at the end of styling. I know a lot of people are now embracing their frizz. They actually prefer it because they like that voluminous look. And I really don't mind the frizz because it does give my bottom half of the hair some volume. I really don't like it when it's frizzy right here. So I will be putting a lot more water in this top part of my hair. If you are going for no frizz altogether, then make sure you spray that hair and you make sure it is, you know, it is completely wet basically, but not completely wet to the point when the water is fully dripping on the floor, because then the product is just going to be so diluted in the water that's in your hair. That is not good either. So you have to, you know, test it out and find a sweet spot. What I use to detangle it is basically the gel. So this is how much I start with. This is 2 pumps and I immediately put it at the roots. If you do not want frizz, I am highly recommending to you that you put the product as high to the roots as you can. I obviously try to leave like maybe a tiny bit. I don't actually go and touch my roots with it, but I make sure that product is in. Now another 2 pumps. Trust me, I'm being generous with it because I have a lot of hair. So right now I'm just gonna be putting it on top of the hair. I'm not gonna be going through with the product because my hair is tangled, like I said, right? Some more hair. I'm gonna add it to our little hair bowl that is forming right here. And we're gonna be going in with my favorite hairbrush for detangling of all time. If you know me, you know I've been using this for a couple of years. It is amazing. It is the Tangle Teezer Wet detangler, I think, and it's taking the curly community by storm. I think everyone has one of these. I think it's because of how amazing these bristles are. They're very flexible. There's not much like tension on the hair. Let's start from the bottom. Let's start how every curly girl should brush her hair, from the bottom to the top. And I know I've already spread it into 2 sections, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna take the whole section and brush it. That's not what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be taking little bits and pieces of hair. So let's say I'm gonna be taking this piece and just brush it from the bottom until I can see that the hairbrush is passing through quite nicely, and then I'm gonna move to higher up, then higher up until, see, I can kind of go through it. And I know it seems like it might take a long time, but look how quickly I went through this. It falls like this all the time and I still have like a million strands on my head. Let's go in with some more water because it's already dry. How is this happening? Like, how amazing curly hair is. Look how straight it looks when I brush it. Like, nowhere in a million years will it actually dry looking like this. This is cousin It from the Addams Family. So 2 pumps, rub my hands, apply it really close to the root. And this is the last bit of hair that I lost. I'm gonna be showing you guys right now how much hair Chez loses every wash day. I promise you guys, I am not balding. This is how much I lost, and this is how much I'm gonna be losing if I wash my hair every 5 to 6 days. Let me tell you why it's this much hair. We lose a couple of strands every day. I don't know how many, tens, hundreds of strands of hair every day. And it is normal, right? With straight hair or looser waves, and you put your hands through your hair, that hair is gonna be falling off on the ground easily. So when wash day comes, you're not gonna be seeing as many hairs because they would have naturally fallen out throughout the days, and you're probably only gonna be seeing the fallout on that exact day. But right now, what you're seeing is literally the fallout out of 5-6 days of me not having washed my hair, because the curl pattern and the fact that it gets tangled, right, it traps all the hair strands in my hair. And because I can't brush it, and I don't brush it every single day until the next wash, then I'm not going to be losing those hair strands. They're just going to be trapped in my hair. Let me put a bit more product in the areas where I feel like it's drying a bit frizzy. And to be fair, you can see, like, if it looks frizzy when it's wet, it's going to be frizzy when it's dry. So what I'm going to be doing right now, I have my 2 sections of hair, and I'm just going to be taking my front, put my hands through it, drag it, shake it, and that's done. I'm not gonna be taking sections that are too big because naturally my curls like to stay and form in quite skinny sections. See, like the curls are choosing to stick with their immediate curl family, and you can see that they're quite skinny. Just shake it, and then if you need a bit more water, make sure your hair is always wet and it always has some product. And I'm just gonna be brushing it with my fingers, just letting it curl. And it really does not have to be perfect, you guys. The back, I'm not even gonna try to do perfect because I'm gonna be going back to do the back. But let's just give it a bit of a shake. So let's move to the next section. Let's make sure we have enough hair product. The front one always dries the quickest, so I'm just gonna be putting my hands through and just shake it a bit. If you want your hair to have volume, there's a different way of styling it, and if you guys want to drop me a comment and let me know if you want to see that method, I would be happy to make a separate video on how to style your hair to achieve the most volume you can. And now, you guys, very important, I don't know if you can see in the back, because I've sectioned it in the middle, it kind of created this longer line in the back. I don't even know how to explain. But what I want to do is I want to take a triangle like this, and style that by itself, because this is going to ensure that our back looks voluminous and puffy and nice and doesn't look like we have styled it without considering our back. So let's just let me just turn around. Let's just brush it. Let's make sure, oh, there's enough product. And I'm just gonna be taking the bottom section and just doing this, right? And then another section, same thing, just pulling it a bit, and then the crown. And that was it. Whew. We have done it. The back is styled, the front is styled. Do you see this frizz though? Do you see this frizz? I do not want my fronts to end up drying like this. So if you see any pieces at the end that you think are looking frizzy, like I see this one, get some water, spray it out, maybe the tiniest bit of gel, and put it through. Because like I said before, and I'm gonna keep repeating it, If it's frizzy, you know what, should I just make it into a song? If it's frizzy when it's dry, don't be frizzy when it's wet. Please help me with the rhyme, it sounds so silly. But yeah, my fronts need to be perfect, and then I'm gonna be just flattening it. So now that my hair is done, and then taking my beautiful microfiber towel with the soft side, yeah? I know a lot of them have different sides, like a rougher one and a softer one. And I'm gonna be absorbing and scrunching out excess water and excess product. The reason I am doing this is because excess water is gonna weigh down our hair for a longer period of time, and our hair is not only gonna dry slower, but it's gonna dry less curly because that excess water was basically pulling the curl and stretching it, right? And basically making it dry like this instead of the actual springy curl that it wants to dry as. So we're just removing excess product and excess water. This is the hair. This is how it's looking. It's looking beautiful. So what I'll be doing right now is I'm gonna let my hair air dry for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna be going in with my diffuser. While we're waiting for my hair to dry, I just wanna mention that in this process of air drying it, or drying it in general, you want to avoid touching it as much as you can. Right now, all I will be doing is to kind of, you know, move it off from my back and shoulders, and definitely not brushing it with my hands or with my hairbrush. So once the product is in, once we've styled it, we want to completely avoid raking our hands through it until the next wash. This is the Dyson hair dryer. This beauty has been with me for a couple of years now. I love it so much. Oh my god, I cannot even begin to describe how amazing this product is. If you're a curly girl, you know how much your hand is getting tired by holding your hair dryer. Like, come on, this is a proper workout in itself. I literally change arms because I don't want to get more muscle on my right arm by only drying it with my right arm. Like, it's this serious.
Someone wants to say hello, y'all. He is my baby. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Hi, everyone. Hi. I am Enrique Antonio Fernando. He had a shower yesterday, so he's clean already. He already did his hair routine yesterday, guys.
You first want to start drying your roots. This is very important. If you just dry the ends and the roots are still wet, then all the water from the roots is gonna be sliding down to the ends afterwards. So then the ends are still not dry, they're still wet. So what you just want to do is you want to dry the roots completely. So I'm going to be hovering for a couple of minutes over the roots, and when I feel like they're about, I don't know, 50 to 60% dry, I'm gonna be slowly starting to hover on the ends. If I want a bit of volume, I can just move around like this. I know that some people like to do it flipped upside down. I don't like to do that because I do like my roots quite flat, but again, let me know if you want a tutorial for volume. I obviously don't want just the top of the roots to be drying. I want to reach inside as well, and I'm going to be very gentle with lifting some of the hair and going in, and I'm not going to touch the diffuser to my roots. I'm not going to be disturbing the curl pattern. The curl pattern is still forming right now. It's still a lot of water in my hair, and if I start going crazy, it's going to ruin everything we've worked for. I'm gonna be boosting up the intensity slowly because you want the intensity of the blow dryer to be low at the beginning, just to not disturb the curl pattern immensely and, you know, break these little beautiful clumps and turn them into frizz. If I were to go for a voluminous look, then I would be doing some things and some steps a tiny bit more different. But especially for the health of your hair, you want to avoid going directly. Just try to avoid that altogether. And if you do, just make sure that there's no heat, or if it's at the cool setting. When it's a bit drier, I like to kind of take it with 2 hands and just dry it and drop a bit of hair slowly. That's just a way of ensuring that the heat goes all over the hair. So I'm just being very gentle. I'm not breaking apart the curls, and I'm still giving it a bit of volume because, like I said, I want the end to have some volume. I don't want it to, you know, look flat and stringy and with no kind of body to it. I want it to look like I have a lot of hair. So, you know, we do want to create some volume into the bottom section. So we're gonna make sure that we're separating them a bit and blow drying it as we do it. Let me just separate this curl clump. I want to show you guys the correct way to separate a curl clump. I know we are not done with blow drying, but let me just get up close and personal and show you the product that I will be using to scrunch and separate my curls. This is the Ordinary Hair Care Multi-Peptide Serum for hair density, but I like that it is a dry oil, so I like to put it on my ends as well. And basically what you do, you just take a drop or two to just show you how I would separate this little clump. Where are you? Is it this one? It's not. It's somewhere. Look, see? So you gotta use some oil to separate these clumps, otherwise you're just gonna be creating more frizz. And what you want to do is you want to see what families of, you know, what little sections you actually have in this curl. You don't just go out in the middle and try to separate it. You kind of look in the middle, and I can see that there's a couple of families. One of them is this one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling out, right? But you also kind of want to look at the bottom to make sure that the families are staying similar to it. This curl is not as straightforward as others, but you know, I've already managed to separate this one, and because of the oil in my hand, I'm gonna make sure I reduce the frizz, and then I separate it a bit more, make sure there's oil, see? And then I don't want to go extremely thin with this one, but this is what you end up with. Several clumps. Let me put a bit more oil for one of these, which is a bit, you know, this one is a tiny bit frizzy, but it's fine because curly hair is not meant to be perfect. Look how many perfect juicy curls we have around here. This one is also a clump. Do you see it? And we just want to make sure that we separate them very gently. That will give you volume. You know, the volume that I'm so looking at the bottom is mainly gained from this technique of blow drying like this, and from making sure that I separate all the clumps at the end. So I still have a bit of blow drying to do, and then I'm gonna be going in and scrunch the cast out of my hair with some oil. And the cast is basically, you know, the gel that is on the hair that has hardened with drying, and it kind of looks crunchy and it makes the hair look really shiny, like there's a lot of product in. So what I'm going to be doing is just I'm going to be going and scrunching in that cast, and what's going to do is going to take all the excess gel and put it on my hands essentially. So I'm going to be, you know, removing all the excess product. So we are finally done with blow drying. I know my hair is still wet. It is about 70% dry. I want to also allow it to air dry a bit by itself. So I would say that this is how I leave my hair. And so far it's gained a lot of body on the end. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be shaking the ends a bit, and just the hair in general, and it's gonna be gaining a lot more body, a lot more volume as I speak. And I'm gonna be going in with the tiniest bit of the Ordinary Hair Oil that I've showed you before. That's just to kind of scrunch it. I really am not using a lot. I'm using barely anything. I really do not want my hair to be oily. And the reason why I'm using it is because I want to make sure that it's not completely frizzy when I scrunch it out. So right now I'm just going in and I'm doing this kind of movement, very slow, very soft, to kind of make sure that the cast is off, that my hair looks like hair. Today, to be fair, there's not a lot of cast, and I think it's because of me talking through this tutorial, it got dry quicker than normal. Like normally I would instantly go in with the product, I will put a lot more water, but you guys saw how much water I put in. It's insane. That's how it happens. So yeah, I would just go through my hair and look for any big clumps that I want to separate, because I like my hair to sit in its individual strings. I like when my hair is not, see, this is a clump, for example. I would like to separate it because then it gives me more volume at the bottom and it just looks nicer. That's what I like. I do not like my hair to feel, or just to have those big ringlets. I really want to show you this product. It is incredible for volume and it is something that I have been using when I had my hair shorter. It is the Kristin S Instant Lift Thickening Spray, Root to End Volumizing Instant Fullness. So it's basically for volume, and what it does is you spray it at the roots, you massage it a bit, and it acts like, you know, when you go with the hairbrush and you kind of brush in the opposite direction. I forgot how that's called, but you know how like it gives some sort of volume? Like this is exactly what this hairspray does. And I could spray a little bit right now. The reason why I'm not doing it on long hair anymore is because, one, I don't like the volume from the root anymore, and also I find it that my hair is a bit more tangled after I use this. And sometimes it's fine, like it's fine when I have short hair, because my hair getting a bit tangled when it's short is really not that big of a deal. I'm gonna detangle it really quickly, but when it's long, I'm trying to avoid that. Just slowly putting it on, and I love it because it essentially makes my hair feel harder from day one, and I really like that hold. It just gives that extra crunch that I like. You just basically spray it like a normal spray. It's my hair, you guys. It's really not 100% dry, so it's not at its curliest because there's still some water in it weighing it down. But tomorrow it's most probably going to be at its curliest. It's going to be looking amazing. But honestly, so far so good. I do not have complaints for this wash day. It might be a bit frizzier than normal, to be fair. Like, look, these look good. These do not look frizzy, but we have some frizz at the end, which is because I was talking to you guys and I just did not put the product as fast or as, you know, proper as I would like to, but these are the results. So this was it, you guys. This was my wash routine, detangling process, and my styling, and all the products that I am using on a regular basis to do my hair and get these beautiful, voluminous, long, beautiful curls. I am so thankful that you guys stuck to the end, and if you're here, then please like this video, subscribe to me so you can see more videos and be part of the curly community that I'm creating. And if you have any questions or any suggestions of any products that I could be using, then please drop me a comment below. I'm trying to reply to all of them and be really engaged in my community. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Just, you know, let me know in the comments what else you want to see next. Thank you so much. Bye.